You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Huskies offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. His coaching staff blown away by how quickly he grasped the offense and won the starting job for the opener. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he would have loved to pick. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the tackle, but they'll move the chains, and it's a first down for UConn. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Allen. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble... Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's so nice when you...
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Richter. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Reeder. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got an open man. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you weren't able to get anything running the football there in the first play. You get a TFL. So now you go to the screen and give it back to your running back and let him make something happen in the passing game. There's a lot of different ways you can sprinkle these backs the football, and that was a good idea there on second down by the offensive coordinator.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes a catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Tight end finds a soft spot. Could not make his way to the corner. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Moving out to the right. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Back's got it. Touchdown, UConn! Into the end zone for 6.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic. And there's a crease. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Oh, they're after him. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I know this offense came out here in the...
And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The sure hands, it's Reeder. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some...
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Now on the move. Makes one man miss. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Plucks it out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And talk about being an...
The UConn offense goes back to work. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late.